Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Welcome in. We are live in downtown Vegas. Circa Resort and Casino is a spot. Busy hour here as we have a big game ongoing in South Florida as the Bulls are hosting the Broncos of Boise State. It is scoreless, under 6 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Pauly, update the audience of what just happened in this game.
4th and 1, South Florida went for it at their own 38, and the quarterback sneak did not work.
It wasn't even close.
They didn't have to measure, not even close. And then Madsen just missed an open receiver on first down. So they got to get this passing game going here. But Boise with a big opportunity here, taking over in South Florida territory.
And that's complete. Yep.
There you go. So they're about the 25 or the 20?
Yep.
Good
That's
job.
the first down now.
Yep.
Okay, I'll get the live betting number here in a second. Also, we'll get other games that are kicking off within about an hour, a little bit later on tonight as well in college football, and an absolute blockbuster today in the National Football League as the Dallas Cowboys shocked, at least me. I can't say maybe shocked the world. Maybe some people anticipated this. I didn't. Hell, 2 hours ago on NFL Live on ESPN, Michael Irvin said there is no chance the Cowboys are going to trade Micah Parsons. And here we are. The Packers gave up 2 first-round picks and defensive lineman Kenny Clark in exchange for him. I'm looking right now. It looks like DraftKings pulled most of the Cowboys games off the board for the year.
Oh, if you would grab that 1.5, though. Or, laid the 1.5 with the Sunday night game.
With the
Green
Packers.
back, yeah.
People heard you, and they bet Green Bay moneyline minus 125.
Good job, guys.
It's a great number. It'll be much higher.
Yes.
It should be much higher than that.
Absolutely, and Mike Florio echoes your sentiments. I wouldn't spend another dime and support that organization after today.
I've been saying that forever.
But that should have been done years ago.
Sure.
I mean, to think that he's calling the shots, and this has not worked out in 30 years without making a title game. And that guy's running angry. Nice.
Looks like Genty Jr. out there.
Yeah. So
A message has to be sent from the fan base.
yeah, don't support that. This is ridiculous what's gone on. And then plus, it cost them $85 million waiting to pay Dak and CeeDee Lamb as well. And then you could have any coach you want. It's the Cowboys. But between his ego and then he wants to be the story.
Right.
I mean, think about that. The reporters are waiting for him after games. He has these press conferences. It's unheard of.
Of course it is.
And that goes back to day one in Dallas. And they get into that, too, in the documentary.
So here's a 3rd and 1 for Boise right now, and they were awesome on third downs last year, picking up almost 50% of the third down attempts, and it looks like he got it, but we'll check the spot on this one. The South Florida defender was celebrating at first, and
that's a bad spot.
that looked like another bad spot there.
They didn't give it to him. It's 4th and 1. That's a bad spot. I got to get a replay on that.
They're going to have to. So now Boise State quickly here, moving to the line. They want to get another playoff here.
Don't run a play. I want to see that. No, don't run a play. They're
not going to look the way it appears.
Oh boy.
They're going to say his knee was absolutely down. Now man in motion here on 4th and short at the 15-yard line. Oh, that's no. Are they going to spot him short this time?
No, he's got it.
Picked it up by 3 yards for Christ's sake.
We're underway in Rutgers too. Let's go. Come on.
And you have a bet on this game.
Yeah, I like Rutgers. Yep.
Okay.
I laid it with Rutgers. I got aggressive in the first half as well. I just think because what Ohio lost on the defensive side of the ball, too much to overcome. And Schiano's been great in non-conference games for Rutgers in the Fighting Gandolfinis.
Live betting number here on this Boise State game. They're back up to a 6.5-point favorite, minus 120 at DK. Total 50.5. And he's going back to pass here, and that's not going to be a touchdown. That's incomplete.
Passing game is out of whack here.
Right. That's a flag. So they're going to call PI on South Florida in the end zone. But the total now 51.5, and Boise just jumped to 7.5. So sportsbooks here are always ahead of us and you watching the game on TV. So this is obviously good news here for Boise State. The total closed around 61.5. So right now down 10 points from the opener, and Boise also closed as low as 4.5 in the game at many books.
Yeah.
And
so far, so good for the defense. We'll see if that continues as they've done a good job against the Bulls so far with Boise's defense.
It looks like we have an opening kickoff return for a touchdown in the Bowling Green game.
You see the moves on some of those games, those extra games? Nuts.
Yeah, they lead Lafayette 7-0, 10 seconds into the game.
That opened 14.5, closed 22.5.
And now they're already a 28.5-point favorite.
Okay. I mentioned Oklahoma State, 19.5 up to 26.5. And there was another one, UAB. Thought there was another. But yeah, Louisiana Monroe, 23.5 up to 31 against St. Francis, PA. Some wild moves there, too.
How many people are now going to be on? Yeah, no, you're right. And you know what? I'll hold off on the NFL here again on the Parsons trade. First and goal now for Boise. And did he get shoved into the end zone? He's going to be marked down a little bit short here.
Well, while we're second and goal to 1, the Cubs just got walked off. The Giants just swept the Cubs.
Unreal.
So for the first time all year, the Cubs are swept. And the Giants just walked it off. Crazy. That's baseball.
Yeah, that's baseball, man.
I know.
You know,
Giants had lost 11-13. Now they've won 5 in a row.
Here's the thing. I was going back and forth, as long as we're on this here for a minute, I was going back and forth looking at the numbers for most wins in September in Major League Baseball. The Giants have a super doable schedule.
Okay.
But they have stunk and they have disappointed for the entire year. I mean, you take a flyer on them at 40-1?
I'll tell you, the way Devers is on fire, no one's been able to get him out.
Right.
So if he continues to get on this tear, then maybe with that pitching staff he can make a case. But that would be wild if it happens.
All right.
And Boise's making a mess of this here inside. Oh, boy.
And now what is this? Who's this?
False start. They were at the 1-yard line.
Back to back.
They're going backwards here.
They ran back-to-back running plays at the 1-yard line. No bueno on either of them. They're rushing to the line again at third and goal from the 1. Oh boy.
Mama.
Yeah. Not pretty so far. And under bettors could not be happier at this point. 90 seconds to go in the first quarter, no score, and they're backed up now from the 1-yard line.
I'm totally with you. Like, what's your hurry? Why are you going so fast? On second down, they fumbled the quarterback's sneak. And they jumped on it, and then he got, this is just, they're making now third and goal at the 6 here. And Rutgers is driving. They just converted a 4th down.
Okay.
They're at the Ohio 33.
And you laid it with Rutgers in that game.
Yeah, I think they'll do what they want against Ohio's defense, which doesn't return much.
All right, let's see what Boise State drums up here for this shot on third down. Nice play to the receiver, and he should be in.
All right.
They ran a slant there to the receiver on the outside who came in. Yeah. Touchdown.
Nice play. There you go. We got action.
Let me get the live betting number here. For the record, they are up to, hold on, it's got to go on the board first. There it is. They're 7.5-point favorites now, total 53.5. Back up a little bit after the touchdown. And now officially the PAT is good to make it 7-0.
And I don't know about the creativity here or if it's just a huge cushion, but all this stuff is wide open underneath here with Rutgers. I mean, it has been stealing what they're doing. Just nickel and diming them underneath, and there's been nothing from Ohio's defense.
Okay.
They're now another first down for Rutgers. They're inside the 15.
A nice run play right there. Okay, so also back on the Parsons thing for a second. What do you want to do in week 1? Because the Eagles are now up to 7.5-point favorites.
Well, I laid 6.5 because I said last week there was no way he's playing.
Right.
Even if they got the deal done, well, I wonder if he plays I doubt he plays for Green Bay. That's interesting. If he'll play against the Lions. I doubt it, but you never, maybe a couple plays. But I didn't think he was going to play anyways, and then I knew how much he meant to the defense and meant to the organization. So I laid the 6.5, and then you're probably right with the total, too. Because if they fall behind and Philly's going to move the ball on them, Dallas is going to have to play catch-up.
Well, again,
it's going to be throw.
To go back over those numbers that you shared earlier in the show, that with Micah Parsons on the field, the Dallas Cowboys had the best defense in the NFL. Was that EPA per play allowed?
Correct.
And then with him off the field, they were the second worst defense in the entire league. Okay, so he's no longer there. That gives you kind of an idea of how bad they're going to be probably to begin the season, which is, by the way, a week from tonight. Now, that Eagles offense, very good offensive line. Still one of the best in football. Barkley, the reigning offensive player of the year. Hurts is awesome. They have a ton of weapons to throw the ball to. Like, they are going to score a lot in this game. And when you flip it, that probably means the Cowboys are going to have to keep up. in the game,
Yeah.
and they don't have a great offensive line. And going into the season, what we think is going to be a running game that they can't even speak of. So it's going to be Dak throwing to, let's see here, CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, like two of the best receivers in football. And you have a total now that is still available at 47 at a lot of books. Some of them have moved it to 47.5. That's in that key number range, obviously. Man, tell me how the Eagles don't score a ton of points in this game, and the Cowboys are going to have to throw the entire time.
Absolutely. Totally with you. And I just think they're not going to be able to stop anything.
No.
Incredible trade. I want to see if there's another trade that follows this as well.
From the Cowboys standpoint.
Yes. If Jerry just says, okay. That's it. Now, I like the Packer fans tweeting in, well, the pick will be in the 30s anyways.
Yeah,
that was good.
Right.
I enjoy that they're getting cocky. Up to 2.5, that Sunday night game. Rutgers goes for it, 4th and 2 at the 14 touchdown. They get it. Not only the first down, but the touchdown.
Good start for you, man.
Rutgers right down the field. Think you're better than the experts? Prove it in the Edge Boost Average Joe contest. Same format as a Circa Friday Football Invitational. Contestants are average Joes instead of the pros. Free to play. You can register anytime throughout the season to be eligible for weekly and quarterly prizes, and the grand prize, a spot in next year's field. Sign up now, vsin.com/Joe. vsin.com/Joe. The response has been incredible. Get in there. Let's see what you got.
Now, I was expecting some fireworks here on the show today with the Boise game at 2:30. But, this is like July 4th all over again with the trade in the NFL. So we'll keep you updated on that game. And in my opinion, why playing two quarterbacks could be a good thing for bettors. I'll explain that next.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
We just had a fairly large play in the South Florida game for the Bulls at the very end of the first quarter, Pauly. Inside their own territory, facing a 3rd and 17 back to pass. The receiver, it wasn't exactly wide open, but made a great play on the ball, and that's a big pickup for South Florida. And now they have a 1st and 10, and it is going to be now inside Boise territory.
Can't give that up. That's ridiculous.
On the live line at DK, Boise State lane 5.5, total 51.5. All right. You have Rutgers tonight. They lead 7-0.
Yep, 5 minutes in. Good drive to start. The play was Pro Schiano, who's done 12-0 non-conference. And I thought they would have a lot of luck against Ohio, who lost their coach and also lost a lot on defense as well. And 104th ranked passing offense from last year as well. So maybe Schiano can dial something up, and they don't do much offensively. So far, so good. Ohio getting the ball for the first time there. Also I'm with Burke and you as well. Talked me into Central Florida. Makes sense. Frost wants to make a statement. Incredible coaching job last year from Rich Rod.
Yeah.
Second year in FBS. They won Conference USA and averaged 36 points per game. But he leaves, goes to West Virginia. They lost the quarterback, the running back, as Berkey talked about, and now the Auburn defensive coordinator takes over. So 97th against the run last year. So I think it'll be all Central Florida, and I agree with the move, 16.5 up to 20.5. And a good one coming up in half an hour. Good job by Ryan McGee. I know you mentioned that article earlier. The rivalry with East Carolina and NC State. They played in the Military Bowl last year. It was a Donnybrook. East Carolina upset them. So 8-5 East Carolina last year. They closed 5-1. Harold did a great job. And NC State went 6-7. But looking at this, East Carolina lost a ton of guys on defense. So I think NC State will be able to move the ball. And I laid the 2 touchdowns in that game coming up on the ACC network.
We talked about this game with Adam Burke about an hour ago. If you missed any of the show, you can always go back and listen to the Follow the Money podcast, wherever you get your podcast. We had quite the reaction today, by the way, when Micah Parsons was traded to Green Bay. Okay, so he said he doesn't like it when you have like a 2-quarterback system. In his now this one, his comparison is something I absolutely don't like, and that's the Auburn-Baylor game. The Tigers there are going to have 3 different OCs or play callers for different parts of the game. I hate the way that sounds.
Yeah.
Why is that going to be a good idea? But for the 2 quarterback system that Missouri is going to be playing tonight, I kind of am on board with that. Like, somebody still needs to win the job. Longtime quarterback Brady Cook is gone, no longer with the program. Side note, neither is wide receiver Luther Burden. But when you look at what this team has done in their last 8 games to FCS teams, they've averaged almost 59 points per game. And tonight, both quarterbacks again, Bo Prabula and Sam Horn, are each going to get a half. And then when Eli Drinkwitz, the head coach of Missouri, was asked about it and he gave his explanation why he's going to do this. Well, first of all, again, he's not named a starter. He doesn't know who the full season starter is going to be. And he thought both quarterbacks did an excellent job. Coach speak, I get that. He also said there wasn't enough separation to name a clear-cut starter. So both players also know that, and you would think, although in this day and age with TikTok and young kids wanting to be on their phones so much, which is documented how about Power 4 quarterback might have lost his job this year because of that. He said the best evaluation is to be in a live football game and to see how they respond, not only to the preparation, to the game plan, but also respond to the crowd and also what it's like out there being tackled and being hit. And he also said, and there's a incomplete pass for South Florida on 2nd and 10. That's going to be 2nd and 10 now, first play. They took a shot there, man, to begin the second quarter. He said that I've done it a different way before with alternating quarterbacks, and that was where we would do like every other series or every other quarter. He hated the way it felt, and he said he did it in 2023 where they played both halves, and he felt like it gave their offense a chance to play with some rhythm, and it gave both quarterbacks a chance to be evaluated. Well, so you're gonna alternate the quarterbacks at halftime. Each kid will get 30 minutes of playing time, or a half anyway. The starters are going to play for the game until it turns into a blowout. They're 38-point favorites now. But they're going to go out there and want to, they're not going to fool around. It's going to be pedal to the metal here. And, even if they come out in a thought here, game theory, is that if the first quarterback comes out tonight, looks great, and let's say they have a 24-3 lead at halftime, well, the second quarterback, that's going to be Sam Horn. He's probably going to want to match what Prabula looks like. So would he not want to go out there and score touchdowns on top of touchdowns? The answer to that, I think, would be yes. The problem is their team total's 45.5 in the game. But again, they've averaged 59 in their last 8 games against FCS teams.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe there's a first half team total, but then again, that takes away from what I'm talking about here. Maybe total for the game. Something's got to be. There's a bet here to be made in the Missouri game.
Yeah. I think that's what I feel about NC State with the team total. I don't think they're going to be. East Carolina can slow them down.
Yeah, what is it, 30% or whatever production back on defense for the Pirates?
Yes. Do you want to keep going, or Parsons released a statement? Do you want to get into that?
It's such a big story. We got to keep hitting it over and over
I
again.
never wanted this chapter to end. Not everything was in my control. My heart has always been here. Through it all, I never made any demands. I wanted fairness. I only asked that the person I trust to negotiate my contract be part of the process. Earlier today, ESPN reported the Cowboys were willing to listen to trade offers, and talks escalated quickly. That was front page a couple hours ago. We talked about it in the first hour, and then 3 minutes later, he was traded for 2 number ones and Kenny Clark.
The X handle at ESPN NFL tweeted this out a little bit more than an hour ago as Michael Irvin was on the show, NFL Live. Quote, I guarantee Micah Parsons is not going anywhere. That was sent out. Let me see if I can get the exact time. At 4:59 p.m. Eastern time. Hour and 23 minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, I thought his interview with Jerry Jones, though, I said it all. Jerry's stuck in the 90s, and I already made the deal. It's like, well, the agent wasn't in the room. And then we send it over to the agent, and he says, stick it up your, you know what.
Why would he?
Right,
Why does he not want to talk to the agent?
I don't.
What is he trying to do here?
He's done that before, though.
I know. Come up with his own rules. Live by.
Yeah, it violates the CBA. Bad job by Rutgers here. Ohio's going right down the field. I like this from ESPN. Jones could hope the trade of Parsons has a similar effect to that of the Herschel Walker deal that the Cowboys used to build their rosters that won 3 Super Bowls. Walker was 27. Parsons is 26. In March, Parsons set up a meeting with Jones that he wrote in his trade request was to discuss leadership, only to have Jones begin talking about a contract. While the Cowboys attempted to talk to Parsons' agent, it was met with resistance and neither side presented an offer to the other. And Jones continues to put the blame on the lack of a deal on the agent. Then it blew up and the Packers come in highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history today. $126 million guaranteed.
Oh, 4 years, 188 total, if it lives up to the whole thing. Do you have any desire to bet Micah Parsons right now at around 6-1 to win Defensive Player of the Year?
Okay, there's another angle too, right? Not bad.
Comes out, goes scorched earth.
Yeah.
Maybe leads the league in sacks. Yeah, this is a big boy right here. I mean, he's going to be the highlights that are potential here. The highlight potential for Micah Parsons throughout the year after this trade on like every single network is through the roof right now because the storyline's not going to go away.
Yeah.
I mean, if he plays out of his mind, I mean, this is going to be like, Jerry, what are you doing? I mean,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like other networks will talk about the Cowboys on May 17th when there's 29 other things going on in sports. You name the date. It's not, they lead with the Cowboys and the Jets half the time.
You better get the picks right. That's another one. Well, regardless of where you are, where you're picking, you better get the picks right.
Do you recall? Well, they had a lot of high picks though, right? Because they were so bad with that Herschel Walker deal.
Well, that was, but Jimmy nailed them, Jimmy nailed most of them.
Right.
And also cutting the guys, they became players too.
That's right. So
which Mike Lynn, the GM at the time of the Vikings, blew that. But this is on Jerry now and the Cowboys to nail it. The official horse racing partner of VSiN, First Bet, built for bettors who demand more. First Bet isn't just about placing a bet. It's about helping bettors of all levels with AI handicapping tools that provide data-driven insights to help you make smarter bets. Their in-app tools give you win, place, and show probabilities for each runner so you can quickly and easily identify good value plays and improve your ROI. Take advantage of the limited $250 sign-up offer. Claim your bonus, VSiN 250. Do it now, VSiN 250. Go to firstbet.com, promo code VSiN 250.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
So the huge news today in the National Football League, Micah Parsons traded from Dallas to Green Bay in exchange for 2 future first-round picks and defensive lineman Kenny Clark. Books took a lot of numbers off the board after that. You noticed one right away when Green Bay plays at Dallas. What was it, week 4?
Yeah, Sunday night.
They were minus 1.5 in the game.
Yeah.
And minus 125 on the money line. A bunch of the audience members that I'm seeing on X gobble it up. That's no longer on the board that I'm seeing, taken off. Now I think they're slowly coming back with playoff numbers and also division numbers. And I'll tell you this, Pauly, I don't see a division number up yet in the NFC North here at Circa, but their odds to make the playoffs right now, the Lions are minus $2. The Packers, higher than that, minus 210. They have a bigger, so are they going to come out with a lower number to win the division here at Circa?
DraftKings did.
What are you seeing?
Plus 175.
That's what I'm seeing at Westgate, and I saw minus 160 to make the playoffs on Green Bay at Caesars.
Cool.
Minus 210 here to make the playoffs at Circa.
Okay.
You can bet the no. The no at Caesars is plus 135. The no here at Circa on Green Bay is plus 180. And the Cowboys to make it now plus 260. And they're floating up to around 7-1 to win their division. That's a hard pass. Are we sure they're not going to finish in last place? I know the Giants' schedule is an absolute meat grinder, but again, we like that team. They have talent. I'm not going to give up on Brian Daboll.
Yeah.
So.
Can you imagine if they have the worst One of the worst records in the league.
That's got to be off the board by now, I would think.
Do you take Arch Manning?
So here's the thing.
Oh, man. It's crazy.
Imagine the Cowboys going to the toilet. They're 3-14. They're dancing in Dallas. We're going to get Arch. And then he says, I'm good. I don't want to be a Cowboy.
I can't imagine he would say that.
No, that's a dream world, actually.
Yeah. Saints, yes. I could see that. Jimmy Ott was good on that. But no, I'm not going to the Saints. But that would be, oh, man.
No, I don't want to get nuts. I'm just pointing out numbers here. It's one guy we're talking about after all. But he is like one of the best in the entire league defensively. Cowboys at circa worst record in the league, or let me rephrase, most regular season losses, 30-1.
Yeah. Damn right. What happened with Schottenheimer in that meeting? Maybe it was much ado about nothing, but it was just this is all Jerry Jones. But remember, he was going to meet with them after the lying down on the table and eating the nachos after the Falcons preseason game. And he's going to meet with them, and now it's okay, bye-bye a couple of days later. It's incredible. Boy, this really ramped up.
Well,
this did escalate quickly. But from we're not trading them, okay, we'll listen. You know, I'll answer the phone, and then Green Bay comes heavy with 2 first-round picks.
Again, a move that the Packers organization typically has rarely done over decades, right? And generally, the move for Jerry Jones is to wait as long as possible. That's a moronic move because then he has to overpay at the end.
Right.
He did it with Dak, did it with CeeDee Lamb, cost himself a lot of money. But typically, like if you want to call it a trend, the thought was he's just going to wait forever again and then eventually overpay for Micah Parsons when he could have locked him up like a year or so ago. And that's why that goes against that trend, and it absolutely goes against who the Green Bay Packers have been for pretty much my entire lifetime. And again, as I ranted a little bit earlier on, why I would say that over the 30-year stretch with Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, it was, you'd have to call it a disappointment. 2 Super Bowls, but only like even more than that, 3 Super Bowl appearances because they never made the move. Like they were always close, but they never acted like it. Oh, we'll be good. We'll build to the draft. We're going to be fine. Trust us, right? We know what we're doing here. And it just never went that way. Boise State turned the ball. Did they?
No, they had a punt. I really recommend the under in this game. Because remember, South Florida, other than the big pass on 3rd and 17, has done nothing. And Boise, they're not, Louder has not been involved, the tight end. They're not doing anything down the field. It's all short stuff. 47.5. And how far are we in the second quarter?
We have 9:44 to go in the second quarter of that game.
There's just it's dink and dunk. It's run the ball. You take out that big play at 7-0. Well, what am I saying? The Boise touchdown was because South Florida went for it, their own 38, and got stuffed.
That's true.
So I really think under 47.5 is good here.
Here, let's look at the box score so far. 92 yards for Boise, 58 for South Florida. Boise's averaging 4.1 yards per pass. The Bulls, 6.3 yards per pass, but they have -5 yards rushing in the game.
Yeah.
So it's been really good defense, and like you said, without that conversion of 4th down that they couldn't pick up, and then the long pass play on 3rd and 17, like nothing's happened basically. And then the fumble by Boise on the first drive.
Yeah, that would have, because then you're talking 4th and like 5, and then what happens? They probably go for it. And then on the flip side, this is wild. This Ohio Rutgers start. Rutgers goes right down the field. They did convert a 4th and 3. They score. And then Ohio, zero resistance. They answer. And now Rutgers is 2nd and goal inside the 5. So we could have touchdown here to start in the Rutgers game.
All right, high scoring affair. Well, where'd that total close at?
Grab it.
All right. As they send a motion right now, guy in motion, give it off to the running back, and he has nowhere to go. So it's going to be 3rd and goal for Rutgers when the second quarter picks up. That more money kept coming in on Rutgers, by the way, with that closer. Bowling Green still leading Lafayette 7-0. That game's in a delay. And East Carolina, NC State kicking off here. What is that, top of the hour? And that game's on ACC Network?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good one.
That's at the same time as Jacksonville State and Central Florida.
Yep. I was going to say, what do you expect out of Wisconsin? And then your guy's going in Minnesota. You got Coy going.
Oh, Coy Parrish?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch. That's the game that I'm going to watch the most tonight. First of all, I have a bet on the first half.
Yeah.
We'll get to in-pocket plays coming up, by the way, in about 10 minutes here. But also, I really want to see him play. When my longtime buddy, Pauly, and you know him as well, we brought this up yesterday, who has watched Golden Gopher football for like 45 years. He called him the best player that he's ever seen at Minnesota in his lifetime. And he's like, he's going to be a top 15 pick. And then PJ Fleck comes out and he says, yeah, we're going to use him a lot on offense. You got my attention. And the guy's a safety. So I'm super intrigued by that game tonight. And look, South Florida has nowhere to go on the ground. That total is 47.5, by the way, if you want to get involved on that, in that.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at here like at halftime? At best, 2 more scores with 9.5 play to go?
They're running a hurry up. Which, yeah, there it is again. Run up the middle, nothing.
So now back-to-back runs, they have third and long.
What was that? Was that second and 11 and they ran the ball?
Second 10, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Bizarre. That's the worst play in football. Okay, it's 3rd and 7. Great job.
Well, the worst play in football is shotgun at the 1.
Well, yes, from a play call. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But I want to see what. I think this is an ugly game with Wisconsin coming up later tonight.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to ask you
Based
that
on
question.
what, because you're looking at a new offensive coordinator and a new quarterback, and Miami of Ohio's got a good defense. I'm trying to find rushing yards on Finn, the quarterback, in his 7th year, and there is nothing there for South Florida. That's a good stop by Boise State. But in Miami of Ohio only allowed 18 points per game. Did they just call roughing? Oh, my God. It would have been 4th and a mile. They would have been getting a ball at midfield.
Boy, they're absolutely shooting themselves in the foot over and over in this game. Both teams are kind of.
Oh, my God. A personal foul. That was 3rd and a mile.
Yeah.
They stuffed the guy at the line of scrimmage. They were going to get great field position. Extracurricular?
Yeah,
what
are
are
they doing here?
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy, I don't know about
That's
that.
ridiculous.
There's no volume here, so I don't know when the whistle was blown, but that looks to be an egregious penalty there.
Oh, my God. You call that. Stay out of the way. How do you...
Fresh, yeah, set it down. Both teams have combined now for 50 penalty yards in this game so far. I need to see something a little bit better offensively here from Boise State. They're not doing much here offensively in the first, 20 minutes or so of the game. And you like Nebraska kind of tonight.
Yeah.
On a neutral.
Yeah, again, it's the rule. I can't believe that. That is just a killer penalty.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable.
And now the Boise defender had contact here on the quarterback on a keeper. He should have had him down to the 28-yard line. Great job by the quarterback here. He picked up like 12 more yards. That's Brown running the ball for South Florida.
They're going to have to punt from their end zone.
Oh, sure.
And now they're going to midfield.
Now
he's gone. He's gone. Yeah.
Big play. All the way down inside the Boise 25-yard line.
How do you make that call?
Just like that. The game completely flipped in about 3 plays.
Oh, please stay out of the way. How do you make that call? God, that's ridiculous.
All right, it's Follow the Money here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. We'll see if South Florida scores in the next couple of minutes. They're currently catching 3.5 points. Total is 48.5, trailing 7-3. And we'll get to our best bets with in-pocket plays coming up next.
To determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3 to 1 odds. Nope. 5 to 1. Nope. 10 to 1. You're on.
As we said earlier, Boise's only touchdown set up by they stuffed South Florida on 4th and 1 from their own 38, and not much going on with the passing game. Matt Lauder, the tight end, over 47.5 receiving yards. And to see if he can make an impact here, and Boise can get jumpstart this offense. Good write-ups in the College Football Guide, and a popular play, but I like it. Southern Miss over 5.5 wins. Again, Huff goes from Marshall to Southern Miss and takes much of the roster with them. And some people will even grab some 20-1 on them. That's also popular to win the conference. It's also available at... What do you think this is? William Hill, again, they changed the app a couple weeks ago. Updated it. It's phenomenal. So easy to use. They have season specials. Most receiving yards in a game. What would you put that at?
Oh, my God.
I know I'm putting you on the spot, but...
211?
It's 230.5, and the over's $1.30. That's aggressive.
I would have to go back and look at like how many times in the last 5 to 10 years like it stayed under, went over, that kind of thing. You know?
Yeah. Well, I bet that under at even money. That's 231 yards. Okay. It's interesting. And they have all that up for rushing, receiving, and passing, which we can do next week as the season's officially here. Like most passing yards in a game is 516 yards.
Well,
and it's $1.15.
Is that right?
Yeah. Well, someone throws 6 touchdowns in a game, plus 210. Good stuff. All right. Good luck, everyone.
All right. Bets that I have for tonight and this weekend so far, I'm on board. I'm laying it with Central Florida. First half, and for the game, you can get 11.5 right now at even money for the first half against Jacksonville State. For the game, 20.5. I think Scott Frost and the boys create a bloodbath in this game tonight. It's going to be ugly, violent, nasty. I bet Buffalo and Minnesota under 23.5 in the first half yesterday as Brown just ran one in on 3rd and 10 from 25 yards out for a touchdown.
Untouched.
Boy, the Boise State side is just, they're killing themselves so far in this game. They now trail 9-7.
They were going to get the ball around midfield. It was 3rd and a mile, and they stuffed South Florida. They called an unsportsmanlike penalty because he threw the guy to the ground, and they cash in. Oh, that's a killer.
Tell you what, lay the 16.5 with Notre Dame right now.
Yeah.
They don't look good. And right now, live line, Boise's laying 2.5. They're minus 154 on the money line at DK. South Florida plus 120 to win the game. So the Buffalo, Minnesota first half number now is about 22.5. We'll see if the CLV means anything. And this weekend, LSU plus the 4 against Clemson. There you have it.
All right. G-Bank built with sports bettors in mind. Right now, you can earn a $50 cashback reward bonus once you're approved and your account is open with the G-Bank Fixes Signature Card. Most credit cards treat sports books and gaming transactions as cash advances, even when it's your own money. G-Bank treats them as regular purchases. No cash advance fee, saving up to 3 to 5% on every deposit. Plus, you'll earn 1% cash back on all eligible sports books and gaming transactions. 2% back on everything else you buy. Apply now. VSiN.com/GBank. VSiN.com/GBank.
I'll update the audience on this. Here at Circa, the Texas Longhorns have moved to a 1-point favorite on Saturday at Ohio State. You're talking about nothing but Texas money now. I'm intrigued by Ohio State.
Yeah. I thought Chris Massaro, though, made a good point. That you're Ohio State. You hire Matt Patricia as your defensive coordinator?
Oh, for sure. I mean, they should be able to expose that.
Yeah.
Sark.
I'm not a Sark fan, but certainly the last time we saw Patricia, disaster in Detroit, and then went to New England, and Belichick had him call the offensive plays, and it was a tire fire.
Yeah, right. But they're going to be going into that environment with that crowd, the reigning defending, and now they're catching points. Boy, I mean, the bulletin board material here is just writing itself for Ohio State.
Yeah.
There's also an update here at Circa with the contests. Circa Grandissimo. I mean, it exploded yesterday. It's up to 34 right now.
Can you believe it? So this kid comes in. He's a TikTok guy.
Yeah.
He's got 1 million followers on X, Bryce Hall.
Like 24 million on TikTok.
So he comes, what?
Yeah, 24 million on TikTok, I believe.
Oh, my God. Huh? So he comes in and buys 2, and then his friend bought 2, and then his other friend bought 2, and then Jeff Whitelaw bought 2, and then someone got 1 today. Is the math correct?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
So that's the board says 34 as we speak.
Unbelievable.
And now, forget it. I mean, I think I said it at mid-30s, it has a chance to fly by that. Now I think 50's in touch.
I remember the day. Because they shafted Benson with the chair. And then they came in announcement, right? And then I'm like, what is he doing? He might get 10 people here. What's he thinking? It all works out for Stevens. He knows.
Stunning.
He might get to 40. Who knows? 50. Absolutely.
And then
that's nuts.
The regular Survivor, they have more than 11,600 right now.
Yeah.
So
really heating up.
3,300 and change yet to get the overlay, and that'll happen by this weekend. Mm-hmm. And then it'll ramp up, and I don't know if 20,000 is going to happen anymore, but it's going to get close.
Well, he didn't even have to sweat this. So it was, can he get to 15? Will he go in his pocket? How many people will sign up for this thing, right? And then it was like, bam, there was 8 out of the gates. And it didn't even turn into a sweat.
Yeah.
And a couple people buying 2 of them. So, incredible. That was wild yesterday. And Rutgers, big play Rutgers, touchdown. 17-7. They had first and goal inside the 5, had to kick a field goal. Got a stop, got the ball back, long play, 17-7 Rutgers. 13 minutes left, second quarter.
How many screens are you looking at right now? Because that game has not been up at all, live wagering at DK the entire time.
Oh, yeah, what gives? It wasn't even on the board.
No.
Oh, it's New Jersey. I'm on New Jersey. That's it.
We're on the New Jersey. Okay.
I'm on the New Jersey. Yep, good call.
Well, a couple of nice back-to-back runs here from Boise State. It looks like they're maybe now across midfield as they trail 10-7, under 6 minutes to go here before halftime. They're back up to a 3.5-point favorite here. Total is 51.5. So if we get those 2 more scores that we briefly discussed, you're going to get a better number on the under at halftime if you want to dive in at that time.
Bigger surprise, Luka to the Lakers or Parsons to the Packers?
Luka.
Okay.
Luka to the Lakers. I mean...
You lose both guys. You're in the same city. They're both 26. Get out.
I'm stunned by today. There's no way I could...
Well, just how it heated. What? Oh, they're listening. An hour later,
and here you go.
Deal done. Yeah. It's interesting, the people, though, saying Green Bay gave up too much, though.
I think they gave up a lot.
Yeah, they did, but I'm glad they're going for it.
However, I will listen to that other side, though. It's like the picks are going to be potentially mid to late 20s.
That's right.
Maybe even a little bit later than that if they get really fortunate.
Uh-huh. And I'm sure the Cowboys fans have no confidence that they'll nail the picks.
Can you imagine if they all got together, ganged up this year, and like 11,000 people showed up for the home games?
That's what they should do.
Like crickets, they boycotted for the most part?
Yep.
Does that send a message at all to Jarrah?
There's louder. There we go. Oh, there's a frickin' flag. That'd be great. That's what they should do.
That's what fans should do, absolutely.
All right, roughing the passer. Big play to the tight end, louder. All right, let's eat. About time.
Okay, all right.
Sorry.
That's okay. The total now 53.5.
Yeah.
In the game.
I don't know where that's been. I mean, this
now was that roughing or was that a weak call?
No. Oh, okay. I thought he got him up high. I have to see the replay.
Maybe he did.
In any event, let's get the kid involved here. He's a stud. Let's feed him. And that's a nice throw and catch to set him up deep in South Florida territory.
Do we get a major upset tonight? I'm not going to qualify this. If South Florida were to win this game, this is not a major upset based on the point spread.
Okay, I'll give you this. Wisconsin could be down at halftime.
I don't disagree. I mean,
and that'd be a nice ticket, though.
I honestly don't know what to expect from this team. Like, my heart says, my God, here we go, back to the Alvarez era, finally, after a couple of years of being really down, but my head's like, that's not going to happen.
So, his first 2 years, Fickell was up 10-7 at the half against Western Michigan and 14-10 against Buffalo.
There's an angle here where they
ugly,
meaning Wisconsin, they don't do much at all offensively.
Yep. There it is. Maybe a turnover. You're sloppy. Something goes against you. Big play. I could see it.
I think Minnesota-Buffalo can be good.
Yes.
Because I expect Buffalo to be in the mix the entire year for the MAC. Now, does that mean that they're going to, give Minnesota an absolute battle tonight? Not necessarily. I mean, the point spread tells you it could be a blowout. But I think they're a pretty good football team. And that's another thing here. Like the Minnesota offense, for most of his tenure here, it leaves a lot to be desired, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Delay a game on Boise. Boy, oh boy.
All right, stay tuned. Tim Murray, Matt Humans, hardcore college football next 4 hours. Cashing out after that. Wake up early tomorrow morning with David Jensen, VSiN by the books. Good luck tonight.